Welcome back to More Ignorant to Basketball, people. Now, that was a basketball game. I've told you guys I'm sick of seeing the Suns play against a bunch of milkmen. When they play against the Kings, it's like, yeah, they won, but I don't give a shit because this team sucks. This was playoff basketball. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the complete opposite of that garbage Spurs game that I had to sit through. This is a complete opposite of that. Now let's get into some things because there were a lot of positives. First off, Chris Paul aggressive early is always a good thing, and it's needed, and it was definitely needed today. Usually, I've said this in older videos, but it's not that uncommon for him not even to take a shot in the first quarter. But beginning of the game, he was shooting and he was hitting them, and Booker he didn't have a great start, so that was very needed. Now, Ayton, he was good. I would give him like a B today. You know what? B plus. Because his defense on Giannis in the beginning of the game was really good. I was really impressed. Middle, not so much. But at the end, he picked it back up. Obviously, if you watch the game, Giannis did go down. Not going to complain about that. Because I'm going to be real. When the Suns went into that overtime, especially because Ayton seemed like he was going to have to come out of the game, I was like, fuck. I even wrote it down. I'm like, the Suns have no shot of winning this fucking overtime game. And unless they just go crazy from the three, which I didn't think was going to happen because the Bucks defense on the three was actually pretty good today. I mean, they're a great defensive team, so it's not like it's a big shock, but the fact that he went down and Ayton actually was able to stay in the game was huge. I'm going to be real. But besides that, the Suns still did a lot of great things. One thing that they didn't do that wasn't that great was Sarge's play. This is going to be a mostly positive episode. Let's just get this out the way. Sarge was horrible today. Again, he was horrible. Now, if you're a member of Death Valley and you've been watching the Suns games, you know Sarge can be up or he can be down. But when he's down, he is down. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a great defender. He's not athletic at all. Like I will continue to say, he has the vertical of a 95-year-old war veteran, okay? You know Hank Hill's dad? They have the same vertical. And Hank Hill's dad has no shins and can't walk. Their athleticism is on the same level, okay? So he's not going to be the guy who's like, oh, okay, I'm not hitting. I'll just get 15 rebounds. That's not Sarge. He can't jump over shit. So I just don't understand why Monty refuses, and I mean fucking refuses to put Kaminsky in. I feel like their skill sets are similar. I really don't get it. As you guys know, I'm an emotional fan. Maybe I'm just reacting. I can say that. But I'll be honest, I watched this with a buddy of mine. We were both here at my apartment, fucking screaming at the TV. Screaming. I wish I could stream like my reactions to these fucking games because I honestly think it's more entertaining than the game. Just saying. But I would get canceled in a minute. But he's like, I've been watching the Suns. Obviously, he's not watching every game like I am, but he has yet to see a good Sarge performance. So when he saw this, he was just going in. And so was I. So I'm just like, Monty, just put Kaminsky in, please. But he refuses. But you know what? Fuck it. They still won. But let me know what you guys think, right? Like, am I crazy? Like, I just think it's weird that Kaminsky hasn't played in so long. I know some of it was COVID stuff, but he's been able to play for a while now, and he's just getting no PT, and I don't understand it. Putting that aside, a lot of great things. Let's go over some team shit because I really don't even. I haven't looked at anything yet. So the Suns shot 48% from the field. They actually tied with the Bucks. They ended up shooting about 41% from three and 90% from free throw. 9 for 10, not bad at all. They got out-rebounded by 6, which isn't great. They out-rebounded the Bucks last game. I think that's why they were able to win when Giannis had like 50 damn points, shooting like 60% from the field. That's kind of hard to combat. 28 assists, that's right on point. 4 blocks. Now, I'm going to get to Bridges later, but this fucking guy, man, I'm telling you, this fucking guy, 7 steals, 11 turnovers, which is pretty good because they were turnover heavy earlier in the game, thanks to Sarge partially. I feel like that motherfucker had like at least 3. Points in the paint, they got outscored by 20. Not surprising with the way Giannis was playing today. Fucking getting on my damn nerves. And they kept the Bucks to shooting 32% from the 3, which is great. They needed every fucking one of those misses, damn sure. Now, here's my thing. Now, the Suns have a couple weaknesses. One of them is definitely getting to the line. They only got to the line 10 times. The Bucks got their 20 almost. They got their 19. And this is why I begged and pleaded for this team to get a damn 4, right? Because what do 4s help with? Obviously, interior defense, right? And rebounding. This team, now you're playing against the Bucks, a pretty big fucking team, right? They got out-rebounded by 6, which isn't, it's not great, but it's not a lot. It's not like they got rebounded by 20, but still. You got out-rebounded, and you let Giannis just get into the paint at will, man. Outscored by the paint, getting outscored in the paint by 20 is a lot. If you guys were you miss one more 3, you'll lose the damn game. And that's 2 losses in a row, which this team has not had since January, which last time I checked is muy bien. So yeah, the defense wasn't bad, perimeter at least. Like interior, it's just like, this team is so small, what can they do? Sarge was so fucking terrible today. They had Crowder on Brook Lopez. Crowder is 6'6" in the NBA, which means in reality, he's 6'4". Because these players give themselves 2 inches. And I don't blame him. I would do the same shit too. He's 6'4", guarding a center, a big-ass center, who's over 7 feet tall. It's like, that's not a recipe for success. I don't know why they couldn't just get a Whiteside or a Jang or somebody, anybody, who's just a decent big man. I don't know why they refuse, but they refuse. And it's games like this where you can see how much it's needed, But they pulled it out, and I think they pulled it out a couple things. One was luck with Giannis's injury, I'm gonna be real. And 2, it's grittiness. Like, if you're going to end well-timed shots and Chris Paul's execution in the 4th, that's what separates this team from the others. But my thing is like, if you're gonna be a small team, you got to be extra scrappy. And that can be a good thing, but that can also lead to fouls. So that's why I was worried, and I saw that with this team, especially earlier in the game. Now, I think they were letting him play. I saw a lot of physicality. I know I think Ernie was mentioning, we're getting closer to playoffs, and this is like a playoff game with the, 2 of the top teams in the NBA, but I'm just saying, like, you never know. I think that could come back to bite this team in the ass. Now, I hope it doesn't, obviously, because it's ring season in this bitch. But, with Death Valley, I got to keep it 100. Like, it scares me how small this team is. It really does. And if Sarge is not playing well, Chris Paul defers to him way too much. And it can get ugly fast when Booker's off the court, so I don't know. Like, obviously, this was a really good win, and they played well to pull it off. When you're going against one of the top teams out on the road, it can be tough. And damn, the Suns are 41-16. That is such a good record. The Bucks are only 35-22, which is pretty good. It's okay. It's nowhere near 41-16. Fear the deer. Fear the deer, my ass. Get a fucking real catchphrase, you joke of a franchise. I'm on your head. I don't give a fuck. I'm turned the fuck up. That game, you guys have no idea how fucking hyped I get when I watch these games. Like, if we had to, like, let's say this is like a 5. At the game, I'm a 10. Yeah. Booker didn't have a great first half, but he came through. And that is why I fuck with Booker. First half, he wasn't great. I don't even know if he hit anything like in the first quarter. It was ugly. Turnovers. He wasn't really engaged defensively. Offensively, he just wasn't hitting them. He was taking his usual shots, those mid-range shots he likes. He's usually coming off a curl, stops on a dime, shoots it, but he just wasn't making them. And honestly, they looked a little rushed. Obviously, the Bucks are a great defensive team. They have a lot of players with length, so it makes sense. But second half, I feel like he was picking his spots more. He was maybe even passing shots he would normally take. And I think overall he had a good game. He started off kind of rough, but 24, 7, and 7 isn't bad. And he wasn't super efficient, but he came through in the end. He had that huge steal on Giannis late to prevent him from scoring. His rebounding was good. Like, Booker's a winner, for sure. I think that's why, obviously Chris Paul chose going to this organization because of him, but he really does like what it takes to win, His shot selection isn't always the best. I still don't like the Booker ISOs late. Obviously it worked out in this game with the foul at the end, but I really do respect him in the way he plays. He doesn't give up, even on plays. Like his chase down blocks alone, that says a lot about him. And that is what separates him from somebody like a goddamn Sarge. I don't give a fuck. I'm still mad at Sarge. I'm sorry. You guys know I'm an emotional fan, but you need to fucking learn to do other things if you're not scoring, or else you're just a detriment to the team. And honestly, today, that's what he was. He had damn near no positives that I saw. It was just turnovers, bad defense, and no scoring. That's just what I saw from him. But I think that's enough bitching. Let's get into the individual plays. So Ayton, 20 points, 2 assists, 13 boards in 40 minutes. He did his thing, his defensive progression from over the years is impressive. And how many players can you name that can lock down Giannis one-on-one? Fucking zero. So I give him credit. He made the stops when they needed it. And that is a beautiful thing. We already went over Booker's numbers, now Bridges. Third on the list. I'm sorry I had to wait so long to give you fucking praise, but Bridges with that shot late was huge. And the blocks. Bridges, you did your fucking thing today, man. It was just like progression, just like even scoring. He missed a big shot late, and he hit the next one. He had a really big block late. He's going to help and get crucial rebounds. He only had one today, but, usually he gets crucial rebounds. Decent defense. He did what he could. He's still fucking skinny, so he kind of gets bited around a little bit. But he did his thing today. Bridges, A fucking plus. You get the game ball, my friend, and enjoy it. Enjoy that. Chris Paul, like I said, was aggressive early. 38 minutes. It sucks this was an overtime game. I wish we could have kept his minutes down because he is old as hell. 22 points, 13 assists, 7 boards. That's like a typical Chris Paul game. It's not bad at all. Saric, fucking garbage. 2 points, 1 assist, 5 boards. I'm surprised he even have 5 boards, I'm going to be honest, in 18 minutes. Just a bad game. I hope we get back to the Sarge that I'm used to. I'm not saying I give up on Sarge, but damn, he was bad today. Crowder, 9 points, 2 assists, 3 boards in 30 minutes. Not bad. Kind of like a typical game. Cameron Johnson had a good game today. 13 points, 1 assist, 1 board in 19 minutes. Not bad. Defensively, he was okay. Not mad at it at all. Cameron Payne kept when the bench was in. He's the reason they didn't go down by 20. He was good. I love what I've been seeing from Payne lately. He's been way more aggressive offensively. He's not doing that bullshit where he just passes it to Devin Booker and's like, please score. I got it up. I got the ball up half court. Now it's your turn, Devin. He was doing that shit for a while, and I was calling his ass out every damn video. But Cameron Payne, I am so glad that this team did not pick up Jeff Teague. I talked to one of you guys in the comments about it, and you were like, I'm not sure. And I was like, I feel like, it's a household name somewhat. But Payne, you've proven yourself. I believe in you in the playoffs. I have no doubts, no fears. Saric, you got some fucking work to do. Craig, typical game, 5 points, 5 boards, 14 minutes, nothing crazy. Good defense. He had a nice block on. I think it was Jeff Teague late, and he's proven himself. I feel like as a team, as Death Valley, I feel like we're all in on